Hi guys, today I'm talking to you from a park, so I hope you hear me well. And today we're talking about expectations. And expectations I have very funny relationships with. They've definitely been blight on my life, and I'm trying to make it better and find more peace. And it's interesting because I feel that they are necessary in some ways, like when we look at social dynamics. So I have expectations of being safe, and if my safety is compromised, I feel empowered enough to do something about it, to either defend myself or to prosecute or work on a prosecution of the perpetrator. And I find that when we don't have those expectations of safety, like you can see in some countries, actually, some places, we just let it be. We think it's part of our life, and we kind of let it slip, which is not healthy and it's not safe. So I definitely think it has some place in our lives. Now, when it comes to relationships, that's a completely different ball game. Relationships are not a business. It's not a contract. It's very individual. It's about love. It's about giving, and it should be definitely about accepting people as they are and not trying to change them in an image of ourselves. And I mean, just look at it, how you feel when there are expectations made of you. Maybe your parents had certain expectations of you, of what career you should choose, what grades you should have at school, whether you should go to uni or not, and how they make you feel, the pressure, how conditional their love is. And I definitely for myself consider I'd feel not good enough, especially if I failed to meet those expectations. I'd feel like I'm not loved because there was a condition to that love, and that you have to be a doctor or a teacher or lawyer or whatever. That's usually those expectations, or you have to go to university, or you have to have all super grades. And it's not nice to be on the receiving end of an expectation like that, because it curbs your freedom. It curbs your freedom being who you are. And perhaps your partner has expectation of you behaving certain ways, saying certain things, or not saying certain things, not doing certain things, and that can be incredibly limiting as well, and also make you feel like you have to deserve the love you're getting, that it's not automatic. When it comes to having expectations of yourself, that's quite fun as well, because quite often we build them up based on just copy it from other people, really, or we just plug it from a thin air, set these crazy goals and set ourselves up for failure, really, because quite often we go for expectations that are not hopes and wishes from our heart. Is just something that we feel that should be done, that's something that we should be achieving by certain age or whatever, and that again make us feel not good enough if we struggle with it or if we fail at it. How is that helpful? I don't really know, because I don't find it helpful at all. And when you flip it the other way, it doesn't get any better. When you're expecting things of others, when you're expecting your parents to be, like better parents, like, my parents should have loved me more, they should have looked after me more, they should have been better, they weren't good enough. Well, how is that helping? They were who they were, they did what they did, they probably the best they could with what they had at the time. But how is that helping you to have different expectations of them? How is it changing anything at all apart from how you feel? And the same goes with partners. Having expectations of people to be a certain way, and I feel that certainly personally, if I don't change now, if I don't figure it out now, I probably would end up having expectations of my children, and ruin their lives and make them to go to therapy later like I had to, I think it can really be really hurtful when we put expectations on people, and it's hurting both of us. So it's hurting the person that is expected of, because it's like, oh, am I not good enough then? Why can't you just take me as I am and accept what I do? And when our expectations are not met, we feel angry and disappointed and frustrated, and we feel, well, am I not good enough that you cannot make those expectations happen? And it just gets a little bit complicated and resentful, and the love disappears. It gets buried behind all these negative feelings that we've managed to rise up just because we expected something or someone to be in a way that perhaps they cannot, or not unable to, or are not willing to. Why should they? And I think a bit of a balance is important. I think having those expectations, kind of social dynamics, so expecting your boundaries and your values to be respected, I think that's definitely a dynamic that we should keep, and it's a very healthy expectation, or expecting to get paid when you work, or I expect my clients to pay me and they expect service for their payment. I think that's healthy way of expecting. But when it comes to relationship, I really believe, as I have read someone years ago, expectations destroy relationships, and they really do. If you want truly loving, fulfilling, free relationship that offers you freedom within the relationship, I'm not talking about cheating here, having affairs and stuff, but the freedom to be yourself, then you need to let go of expectations. That's the only way forward. And that takes discipline, takes practice, because it's kind of hard work. And I think that the growing love you receive and the peace of mind that you get and freedom that results from all this work, it's absolutely worth it. If you'd like to know a bit more about expectations and how to let go of them, just let me know. I'll be very happy to have a chat. But for now, just have a lovely weekend and drop your expectations.